Hi guys, how are you doing today? This is Coach D. Darrell Spears once again. Happy to be here to touch bases with each and every one of you, have a conversation. So we're going to talk about when is the best time for someone to start a new relationship after a breakup. Now, I want to focus on this because this happens a lot, and I get this question a lot, particularly in my practice, in my business, my basic business, in which we have people who are in relationships, in and out of relationships that have lasted 3 to 6 months, a year, 2 years. And it appears to me the longer the relationship lasted, the harder it is for some people to want to engage in a new relationship, to look at perspective, new people to date, to get to know, to meet, see where it goes, see where you are in the dating game as it exists in 2022 or at that particular time. So we're going to ask the question, when is the appropriate time to date again after breaking up with someone, after ending a previous relationship? Now, this is a complex question. And just like many of the other questions that I have brought up and have posed to those who are dating in relationships and you're engaged or you want to be married, there's different strokes for different folks. This is not a one size fit all affair. And I will repeat that throughout my dating coaching videos because that's literally true. Now, I'm a person who has provided therapy and have counseled multiple people over the last 16 years that have had relationship issues at any level of the game, any level of a relationship, whether it's been 5 years, 10 years, just getting to know someone, in and out, constantly breaking up. And I have never given anybody the same answer, just as I'm coaching you in the same manner. I cannot give you a one size fits all answer. I can't tell you a month. I can't tell you 2 weeks. I can't tell you 3 months, 3 weeks. What I can tell you, it depends on the severity of the breakup. It depends on what that person meant to you. It depends on how you have been psychologically affected by that relationship. Because let's be honest, there are people who go through domestic violence. There are people who become depressed and they gain weight or they lose weight. There are people who become suicidal from breakups. There are actually people who try to manipulate people to stay in relationships contemplating suicide, which is severely even worse. So the answer is, it all depends on you. And as I've talked about assessing oneself, as I talked about understanding where you are, if you've healed from that previous relationship. Some relationships, people don't care at all. If you're a person who was in a relationship and you didn't necessarily like the person that much or didn't care, I would tell you maybe reflect for about a week or two if the person did not mean much to you at all, and to see if there's any closure that you can gain without bringing issues from that relationship into a new relationship or into dating. If this is a person that you may have wanted more, I would say, take the time to again look at where you are at, look at reassess what you want, where you're at, your flaws, and how I'm going to be better for the next person I want to meet. Or if you're a person just wants to get to know a few people, see how it goes. There's nothing wrong with interacting with multiple people at one time to see what you really want. There is no specific time. There is no specific time frame. Some people in very bad relationships, and it takes them upwards of a year to get over it. Now, what I will say, there are some extremes. The extremity of the matter is that if you just broke up with someone and then you're sleeping or dating somebody the next day or the next few days or the next week, that can be extreme. Particularly if you cared about them. Or if you're a person, just for the mere fact that the relationship didn't go the way you wanted to, and it took over a year and a few months, then that to me is also the other side of it, where you may be taking too long, and because you have some level of anxiety or fear, is preventing you from getting back into the dating game. So it all depends. Where are you at in the situation? Are you contemplating breaking up with someone and whether or not you're going to move on? Some of you all make the mistake of, before the relationship is ending, you're looking for someone else. Now, I'm not here to tell you how to live your life if that's what you choose to do. But just make sure before you make that decision, you are free and clear of that previous person, and that you don't bring problems from that relationship into a future relationship. Again, this is Coach D. Darrell Spears. You all have a great day.